Today we are going to spread the cards for the topic that's called the strength of your love. Strength of your love can be associated with romantic relationships, but they don't have to be. They can be associated with strength of love regarding life altogether. It's quite universal, meaning strength of your love regarding whatever you have in mind. So therefore, you can basically end up anywhere regarding this reading, and I really hope that you will find some nice inspiration, and it will help you to on your journey in solving your life situations and finding new places. And we have 3 different readings, and reading number 1 is associated with this lovely green horse. So if you resonate with this horse, then it's reading number 1. And then reading number 2 is with this lovely elephant. So you can jump right into your reading if you want to. And then the third one is either with hare or rabbit. And if you like the rabbit, then it's reading number 3. So you can jump right into your readings, and I will have just a few words here before I am going to say bye for the until next week. This is the weekend reading, and usually the weekend reading I will do regarding love. I was doing this reading in my other channel in Czech, but I have decided that maybe it's about time to do these reading in English, and I will be struggling with English, to be honest. It's not my first language, so I am doing this to the best of my abilities, and I definitely want to improve. I did reading in English in the past, but I just thought, I wanted to concentrate on the Czech readings, and now I think that maybe I'm in a position to do both. But let's see, because I'm definitely not 100% there yet. But what I really would like to do is that I would like to use my intuition and free association. Okay, bit of a disconnection. But I want to also use free association, and I think that you probably know what that is, and I think that's really important, rather than reading individual cards and their meaning. Sometimes we have to come up with unique, interesting ideas, regarding to each a reading, and I don't want to read the cards in the same way each time I do reading. So I hope that makes sense. I just want to basically bring some inspiration to your life, and maybe sometimes it's quite unusual, but I just want to say that we should definitely take these readings as inspiration. Sometimes they are a little bit more like suited, for one person, and they're less suited to another. They don't really apply for everyone and anyone. But what's really important is to take a step back and take it slightly with a pinch of salt, and think of each card, each symbol, each description and meaning, and think, how does it really connect with you, because the cards basically are mirroring something that goes that's happening in our unconscious, something that we do not necessarily we are not aware of consciously. So yeah, I hope this all I'm saying makes sense, and I hope to definitely progress in this in the future. And so have a lovely weekend, and I will see you again during the week. Bye-bye. So, if your choice was this green horse, then the reading is for you. And let's have a look. I'm just going to shuffle the cards. And we are looking at the topic of strength of your love today. And I really hope that the cards that we are going to draw today will resonate with you. Let's have a look what we've got here. The first card, we've got control. Okay. Control suggests that maybe there are some feelings that you are holding in. We've got sharing card. That's really good. I like that. And then we've got a completion. Okay. So that's a really good sign because the strength of your love. Okay, I'm really interested in other cards here, but I really like the card completion because it's all about feeling assured, making feeling that the love that we feel inside us is actually right. We are on the right path. We feel like something or someone possibly is making us complete. But we also have to always look at other cards, and we have these from someone. Okay. We'll talk about them a bit. So what really we're always looking at cohesion, but also what cards stick out for me. Okay, strength of your love. Now when we look at this card from Symbolon, we see that these two people are chained together. You know, they've got cuffs. Now, that suggests that maybe you have a responsibility for someone. Maybe you are connected with someone and you are asking today whether the love that you feel is strong enough to continue, for example, in a relationship, you know, that you have. There are lots of beautiful aspects to the relationship that you have. Okay, now the strength of your love, we can understand that from many different angles, from many different perspectives. And I feel for some reason that the strength of your love is much stronger outside the relationship than inside. I hope it makes sense. I am going to basically talk from my intuition. You know, it's a form of free association that I'm doing here. And yes, we are looking at the universal meaning of the tarot cards, but we are also looking at, you know, what comes to our mind. We've got Princess of Swords, and then we've got Six of Swords. Okay. And then we've got Two of Swords. Oh, so we've got lots of swords in here. Okay. So lots of mental work, lots of air element. Okay, what that means is that you are a person who is very thoughtful. You definitely are not a person who will let someone to manipulate you or to... You don't like changing your perspective. You don't like changing the way you think about things. However, okay, this is really interesting thing that comes out now from this reading, and that is that the other person who, okay, we're talking about strength of love, but it's regarding a specific person that you have in mind. Now, what's really interesting in this reading is that the other person that you have in mind is opening your eyes, and that's really interesting. So basically, the person that you are either in a relationship with, or a person that you have in mind, maybe you're not in a relationship, in a romantic relationship yet, maybe it's someone that you were thinking about just, but that person actually is, even though we've got this negative card from Symbolon that kind of portrays a couple that are connected, and they do not necessarily feel like they want to be together. So I was disturbed from the reading, so let's continue. I was saying that it's really interesting that the person that you have this feeling towards is actually showing you the real face. Well, I think that is because we have this card from Symbolon where we see the king, who represents ego, has fallen from the throne, and this little joker is pointing the mirror against the king, and he's trying to show the king the real face. That means that he's basically playing a bit on your ego, and I think that has to do something with the control card. So you might be a control freak. You might be a person who likes to have things in order. Maybe, I'm not saying for all of you, but some of you might suffer from OCD. The completion card can also be associated with having things in the right place. Okay, you are with this person that you have in mind, that we are talking about today, that the strength love is regarding to. Maybe this person is opening you to other things, maybe sometimes you don't like it, we have to, so sometimes it's a peace card, but it's also a contradiction in a form of like someone having different opinions, so you might have verbal fights, you might disagree with things that that the other person comes up with, but all in all, I just feel like that this person is actually good for you, because it looks as if the other person was helping you to free your mind and free your heart from the kind of format that you have in place, and that you are very neatly following. We have the astrological sign of Leo, so you either are in that, like a fiery, you have that fiery element in you, but you are more a thoughtful person. You're definitely in the realm of the air, and I think that sometimes regarding strength of love, maybe you feel like the other person, you have your ideal version, of the other, and sometimes you think that the person that you're in love with doesn't necessarily take all the boxes of your ideal partner. Like I said, in this case, I do have feeling that you are balanced, not in a pleasant way, but you are definitely balanced, and the relationships are also about us learning to know ourselves, so basically the other people that we love are functioning as a mirror, same as this joker holding the mirror against our face, and they are showing us something that we otherwise wouldn't be able to see. Now, that is also true for this card where, where we are cuffed with another person and we do not necessarily enjoy it. It looks like we are suffering. The Scorpio element here shows that there is something going on, beyond us that we don't understand. We don't really understand why we are having these verbal fights, why we are feeling like this person is not perfect, not the ideal person. But then we have the Libra. It's almost as if you were balanced in a way. So even though the other person might have slightly different personality traits, doesn't necessarily mean that you do not make that the completion. So even sometimes for people who are a bit of a control freaks, it's difficult to put the last piece, in a jigsaw puzzle in, because like we are frustrated. We don't know whether it's gonna fit perfectly. Is life perfect? Do you think that everything fits perfectly into place? It does, but sometimes the way around it are chaotic, and it's really difficult to tell when it's exactly right, when it's not exactly right. But I think that you are being you're facing a challenge of even love not being perfect, not being the ideal thing that you've had in mind. And yet, it's helping you to understand yourself big time. And I think that you should definitely be grateful for the other person, no matter what. And I don't think that there is a perfection, but even if there is, I think that we should be grateful for anything that comes our way. And strength of your love, I think that you could perhaps, work on the strength of love to the person, or the people. If you don't think about a specific person or people around you, or maybe to yourself, that is not as controlling. You do not require it to be as perfect. So I really hope it made some sense, that you somehow resonated with this reading. Like I said, always, they are not perfect reading, but they're supposed to inspire us and make us think, a bit of a stimulation to our critical thinking. So anyway, I hope you have a lovely rest of the day or night, depending on when you are looking at this reading. And I hope to see you or hear you next time. Bye-bye. So if you've chosen this lovely elephant, then this reading is for you. And today we are looking at strength of love. Strength of love can be understood as love to ourselves, to others, or to another person, probably to another person. Most people are thinking of a romantic relationship that they have with another person. So let's say that you are someone who is thinking about romantic love. But anyhow, I will see it in the reading, and I hope that the reading will give you some inspiration. Oh, we've got aloneness. Okay, so aloneness is a really good card. I like that. And participation. Okay, that's really nice as well. It's a lovely combination, and I think that I like the. Okay, then we've got burden. Okay, so that we've got one card that's kind of, negative, but let's work with it. Let's see what other cards we have here. I'm gonna put down symboling cards. Participation is a really good card when it comes to strength of love, because we do realize that the world is not only spinning around us. We are not the only entity on this planet, and that the universe really requires us to be aware of that. We are sharing this social space with other creatures. So aloneness, let's see what it's matched with. Okay, punishment. It's like it's all about people gossiping around us. You know, maybe you are trying to escape the kind of the everyday life. You know, the gossip world. Then we've got beautiful king representing ego. I like the color because the color matches the participation card. Then we've got this little troll. Yeah, troll. Yeah, wow. I see how how beautiful these cards match in color. Wow, I like that. Again, that points to you are trying to escape something. Okay, but we are going to kind of find cohesion, and we're talking about strength of love. I think that maybe you might have been hurt by someone. You are a very strong person, though. You definitely will not let anyone... Someone was trying to probably play with you. Okay. Let's see what... Oh, wow. Ace of Wands. Oh, that's a beautiful card. Now, the cards... We've got the secret card. I keep this card in because that represents a secret. Okay. And we've got 6 of Wands, a winning card. Now this is a very beautiful combination here, down here, because it tells me that you are a fiery person. So you are definitely a person looking for adventures. Now we've got predominantly also here in this section a fiery element astrological signs. Okay, and we've got Mars, and we've got Sun, we've got Leo here, Jupiter. So yeah, definitely fiery. And we've got Rooster here. Rooster is also symbol of a new day. The sun is associated with sun, strength, also with ego, also with kind of promoting your idea. You definitely are not a person who will let other people to play with you. Now, what's really interesting in this spread is that this card seems to be like odd one, you know, because all other cards are very fiery. So we've got even fire here, and we kind of have fire here. Now, what to make out of it? Are you trying to find new route from the position where you are? We are talking about strength of love, and strength of love is definitely you have your heart full of love, full of inspiration, full of adventure. Now, something happened along the way, something to do with other people. We have the sign of okay, what is the sign? The Gemini. Okay, we have the Gemini astrological sign, and Venus, the Mercury. Therefore, what is happening, I think, it was that you probably entered a kind of no-no zone. Okay, now because you are fiery element, and this is more like the realm of air, you know, the Gemini, and you've entered realm where people are talking a lot, you know. We've got another airy element, water bearer, and Uranus. And do you know what? I have a feeling that you really have entered a zone that you were not supposed to, because the troll literally is about to jump into the fire. Okay, so maybe you've expanded. You probably overrated your strength of love. Okay, maybe it's regarding trust. Okay, so the trust, we see a girl here that's being punished, and everyone is speaking about her. Now, are you in that position? Are you in a position where people are talking about you? Are you in a position of someone who has lost the kind of respect of the people around you? And that might be something that's really important to you, because you have a king card. Now, you definitely have been keeping secret, something that normally you would, under normal circumstances, that would be something that you would come out with. But unfortunately, that was definitely something that you had to hold in. Now, the strength of your love might be regarding to kind of like working environment as well, the environment in which you were in a quite important position. Okay, but there was another person, which tells me here, we have Leo against Rooster. So the Rooster was in opposition to you. Now, what happened might be that someone has been talking behind your back. Doesn't necessarily mean that someone was riding your back, but they could actually use the information about you, or did something behind your back that basically caused you to lose position, or where you're being punished. But to be honest, the way you have chosen now is the right one. Strength of your love, actually, this reading is regarding to keeping the strength of love inside you, and not, actually, you're doing the right thing. Keep the things inside. Do not share it with other people, because they will not understand. The whole purpose of this card is to show that the person who is being punished is unrightfully punished. And the people talking about them are talking about them only for the sake of gossiping, because people love gossiping. People just love talking about other people in a bad way, and that's basically sometimes ugly side of the human nature, that we have to accept. And maybe you are a good person. Your strength of your heart is very beautiful. You have chosen elephant, and elephant is a symbol of like loyalty and trust, and you're definitely a person to whom people can trust. But unfortunately, you were in a position where it didn't work this time. I think that what this reading is trying to tell you is that you should hold on to your strength of love for yourself, mainly. And I know that you would like to include other people, but for now, because you have this central card, aloneness, this is where you are going when you are now. I think that it shows that you should kind of stick for yourself now. Spend time with yourself. Think about what has happened. Don't try to explain yourself to others, because they will only use it for their own advantage. Okay, so I think that this reading is trying to tell you that you should find a new place of participation. You definitely will fit into a new environment. So I don't necessarily see this as a reading regarding romantic love. I see it more that the reading is about you, is about finding your new position, in society, in the workplace, or in a relationship, in family, wherever you are, whatever environment we are talking about, because you are a winner. You want to be in a position of winner, not a loser. That's not you. You didn't enjoy this position. You have to find a place where you feel like you can guide other people. You are the boss. You are the strength. You are the brave heart. So I really hope that this reading has made sense and it resonated with you, because it was a beautiful reading, but I think that it looks like you have to find a new environment, new people, where you find yourself in a position of this beautiful fiery element king that represents ego. And you have a strong ego, but this time it just didn't work for you, so you have to spend a little bit of time of your own and think about everything and give yourself a pat on the back, because you definitely deserve it. So I hope you've enjoyed the reading associated with this lovely elephant, and I hope you have a lovely day or night, depending on when you're looking at this reading, and I might see you in my next reading. Bye-bye. So, if you've chosen this beautiful small hare or rabbit, this reading is for you, and we are talking about strength of your love. Now, the love can be either strength of your love can be associated with another person, or it can be the strength of your love regarding your heart, and also the family or working environment. Strength of your love as basically whether you can fully embrace the love of your heart in the environment that you're in, or the relationship that you have with someone. So let's see. Oh wow, that's beautiful. We are the World. Beautiful card from Osho Tarot, and we have Control card. Okay, so we are looking at combinations. Oh, silence. Okay, so maybe you need some time of your own. Maybe you need to start meditating over what happened, or your position. Strength of your love. So far, the colors that I can see on the table are more associated with kind of meditative state, more requiring maybe just spending time with yourself or with the closest people. But let's see, you never know. I will put some symbol and cards on the table as well. Oh, okay. The Fighter. Okay, Fighter is a really interesting card, because I will tell you in a minute what that means. And we've got another kind of relationship type of card, and we have Gemini. Oh, and the Ill King. Okay, Ill King goes under the silence. Okay. That's interesting, because maybe it does mean that you require a little bit of introspection, I would say, and a little bit of meditation over something. Now, I hope the Crowley's Tarot will also give us some little bit of information what this meditation is regarding to. Okay. Mm. Okay, the Hanged Man. And we've got the King. We've got the Emperor, very fiery, and the Five of Discs. Okay, let's have a look what we've got here. And okay, so I just have a feeling, we're talking about the strength of love today, and I have a feeling that you are in a position where you have to take time, okay, strength of love. Don't put any pressure on your heart. Don't put pressure on your love, because you need time. But on the other hand, you have the Fighter card, and you know what that means? You should give yourself a bit of a push, from the inside. You do not let anyone else to tell you when this process should start. We have Leo and Aries, very fiery card, but these two are not fighting, really. It's just quite symbolical card, because the two fighters are only one person the cards is trying to tell you that you are probably you are possibly too passive, okay? But anyhow, I think that you should give yourself push at the right time, because we're talking about the Hanged Man. Now, the Hanged Man has to wait. He is in suspension for a reason. So maybe there was a serious illness in your life. Maybe you are somehow disabled for some limited time. Okay, for some of you, let's just remind you that this is a kind of universal reading, and we should just get the inspiration from this. I am going to talk to some of you who are looking at this reading, and you will know that when I say that you have been going through a long-term illness, you will know that's the reading for you. And I am, or reading for you, I'm referring to you. There might have been literally a disaster at work. It might be accident, some illness, that you got, long-term illness, feeling like you cannot express yourself the way you would. You are missing people, but you are losing confidence. You should find something, some inspiration. You're missing your friend, but Gemini, okay, it shows that you definitely have someone who is close to you, who you can talk to. Maybe you know who I'm talking about. I feel that rather than lover, the strength of love is like we are talking about a friend or a long-term partner for someone. Okay, you have a King card, very fiery aspect, and that's exactly what you need. You need to surround yourself with a fiery type of people. Maybe you know who I'm talking about, because you are not in a position of having great energy. We are talking about the strength of love, though. So the strength of love is regarding to you definitely have to give yourself time and space to begin new cycle of your life, which means that strength of love is associated with being patient, incredibly patient. And even though you would like to basically go out there, get up, go to work, get functioning as you always were, there is definitely something that inside you that will not allow you to do that yet. There is still something, we've got a silence card, there is still something that you should kind of find out about yourself, even though you probably think that you've already spent a lot of time by thinking about it. But I think that what you need is a kind of guidance. There will be someone who will give you the guidance. We have control card. However, I do not feel that in this spread the control card is a negative aspect. It's more of a positive energy, and it's associated with that fiery element person who is in your life. So if you are really if you want to know about the romantic kind of relationship, regarding this reading, you have a person who is balancing on what you can't do at the moment. You have someone who will inspire you. You will have literally someone who will help you to get out of the bad. But like I said, you need to give yourself time. You need to be patient. And the World card, because we're looking at the future here, the World card suggests that you will definitely meet with other people. You will definitely give yourself that push, you will have the strength of your heart, strength of your love towards other people, and of course with that other person who I think is really important part of your life. that will be there with you. You will get up, you will be part of a larger group. I think that's where you want to be. You want to be out there. The strength of your love here in this reading basically means that you will have power to continue and to believe that you will be able to recover from whatever is happening to you, whatever happened, whether it was accident, whether it's any form of stagnation at the moment. You know, but you are in a position of suspension. You know, you will get up and you will be able to continue on your journey with other people, and that is based on the strength of your love. So you hold on to your love, because your love is basically will take you back to where you want to be. So I hope that the reading has made sense to you. Like I said, it's a work of intuition, you know, and free association, and also with the connection of telling you about the universal meaning of the cards. So I hope you found some inspiration in it, and that this little rabbit or hare has brought an inspiration to you. So I wish you luck on your journey, and you have a lovely day or night depending on when you are listening to this reading, and I might see you in my next reading next time, and bye bye for now.